IYSP Berserker log 1306-21-22 with the warship now fully complete and its shields more than capable of holding its own against a pirate space station. It's time to make some additions to the fleet for some extra firepower to make sure we can deal with these pirates once and for all. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Starmade. Last episode we built this ship, which I forgot to tell you the name of. It's the Berserker. Seems we're going with this Yorkshire theme. In fact, seems my home planet. Here, if it lets me highlight it. It's not letting me highlight it. How about if we come in here? No. Well, this planet's called New Jorvik, which is it was actually the Viking name for Yorkshire when they settled here many years ago. So I thought having the ship as the Berserker, as like a battleship, I thought were cool. Why is it not? Oh, is it because I've got my thing off? Yeah, there we go. There's New Jorvik. So yeah, that's why I decided to call it the Berserker. But we're going to work on another ship today, actually, because we talked last episode about having some vessels that would be kind of like escort vessels for this thing, right? So when this thing goes in, it has a couple of smaller escort vessels with it, and they're going to help, hopefully, take down the pirate space stations. So that's the plan, and without further ado, let's get building. Alright, so as normal, I start out with a wireframe, just get an idea of the size of the thing. That's where a super laser's gonna go. There's not going to be much of an interior in here, maybe a small crew quarters, that's about it. It really doesn't need much, it's just, like I say, going to escort this thing. It's about the same size as the mining ship, I think, the Scargill. We might add a little bit at the back. We'll see how it goes. But of course, the next thing to do is start putting in all the systems. So yeah, that's the next thing. Well, that's all the systems in place, and I've managed to fit them in quite nicely, actually. So yeah, got some, what are these called? Defense chambers, base shield enhancement, and shield outage redux. So they're pretty good. Some missile tubes, obviously power, decent shields, 700,000.015 for some reason, recharging at 9,000 a second, so nearly as powerful shields as the other ship. And then a big gun, a big death laser, a couple of lock-on missiles, but yeah, everything's functioning fine. We've got some thrusters, probably going to need some more, but that's okay. And yeah, it's time to just, I think, put all the hull on and figure out some nice designs, I think. Alright, some progress has been made, at least on the exterior. I can't decide if I'm happy with this or not, to be honest. It's kind of getting there. I wanted it similar to that ship with the kind of armor plates. I still think this looks really cool. I haven't quite got the same amount of detail, just because I think what really helps this out is the doors on the sides. Obviously this ship doesn't have them, so I don't know, maybe these light grey would be better as dark grey. I don't know. But it looks alright. We've got the big super death laser on the front. I think this is pretty cool. I do like this. And it actually fires out green as well. So it's kind of like a Death Star super laser, I guess. But yeah, it's really cool. I like that. And yeah, we've actually got the The airlocks on the sides here, no interior just yet, but that's going to be the next thing to work on. And yeah, we've got some engine pods. I do quite like these, very simple design, but I think that works quite nicely. Some places we're going to put some turrets, going to be similar kind of deal to the other ship. Maybe some missile turrets just on the front here, and then maybe one at the back, and then AMS turrets either side, and maybe some on the underside. The underside's a bit messy. It's a bit kind of, I don't know, a bit bitty, if that makes sense. I don't know. I think it works though. It'll certainly do. And then, yeah, the bridge as well. It's something I need to work on. But it's all interior stuff and turrets. That's all that I really need to do. Then ideally, I'd like to add another one of these things. I have two of them. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, quite happy with how this is coming along. And I also need to get a faction module, because whenever I shoot missiles, my other ship tries to shoot this thing's missiles down, which is quite funny. But yeah, interior, and then we'll see how that turns out. Alright, we're pretty much done here now. Just a couple of missile turrets, and AMS turrets. And we've got one on the underside as well, just an AMS turret. So yeah, it's not as detailed as the other ship, but I didn't have as much space to work with. I'll just show you around the interior. The bridge is very similar. So yeah, the interior very similar to how it is on the other ship. And we've got us a faction module here and our transporter just up on the bridge, kind of tucked away. And then for the interior, like crew quarters, somewhere to eat. The idea is these shelves are a bit full of food. These rooms are a bit blank, so they might need a little bit of interior work. Then we've got bathroom, shower, toilet, usual stuff, like a medical bay, and captain's quarters. And then we've got the airlocks on the side, slightly different to how I usually do them. The green light's on when one of the doors are open, and the red light flashes when it's doing its airlock procedure, but other than that, pretty much the same thing. So yeah, what I'd like to do is make another one of these, and then hopefully we can go and attack the station. I love this image. I think this is really cool. The fleet just holding formation above the planet. So cool. But yeah, we've got two of these ships in the fleet now. But yeah, the mining ship's gonna stay here. I don't want that to get destroyed by any pirate stations. We've got a second one of these escort ships now. Not sure what you'd call them. Speaking of calling them, I should probably tell you the names of these ships. So the first one I built, that was called the Huskal, which going with you know, we had the Berserker. We're going with the kind of Viking theme. So Huskal's like a bodyguard for a lord in Viking times, and Anglo-Saxons, I think, were the same kind of idea. And then we've got the Danax. They're both the same ship, but they've got different names. So it's like, I guess it's a Huskal class. I don't know what class ship, but it's a Huskal class. And yeah, so we've got the IYSP Huskal and the IYSP Danax. Then of course the Berserker class, IYSP Berserker. So yeah, I think it looks really cool just seeing them in orbit like that. But yeah, we're not gonna kill many pirates with them just in orbit like this. So yeah, we're gonna have to go find some pirate stations. I do want to make some fighters as well while I'm just chilling at the home base. Again, the fighters will probably stay behind, and they'll help. They'll just help defend the planet. They probably won't have enough shields to deal with a full-on station. So I just want a couple of fighters just to, yeah, like I said, defend the planet, and then once we've returned, we can get the fleet all back together, and then the fighters can act as like anti-fighters for these things. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this fleet's turning out. Actually, I think it's looking really, really cool. Alright, this is the fighter design I've come up with. And it's like I guess like a mini version of the other ship I built. And the one thing that I wanted to add was this missile launcher, this lock-on missile launcher. It's like a torpedo at the bottom. I had one of these on the Delta class, which Mino, I'm sorry, don't know how to pronounce your name still. How he had it, and I thought it were a really cool touch. He had it on his ship that he showed me, so I kind of borrowed the idea, shall we say. But yeah, I think that's a cool little touch. So it's got lock-on missiles and just a small death beam. The AI seemed to be quite good with these beams, so yeah, I thought I'd try that out. Other than that, it's just a small ship with a couple of engines at the back, and yeah, I quite like it. We've got a camera at the front. Probably gonna swap it out for an AI module actually, and just have a few of these around at the planet, and hopefully these things will help defend. And now, one thing I did find, we're not going to be able to see it, but basically using a level 1 reactor, so only 99 blocks, and then you only need one block of reactor chamber to use everything. So it's got like upgraded shields, upgraded maneuverability, and yeah, all sorts of stuff. In fact, let's see if we can go in and have a look. So yeah, faster than light. It's got it can auto charge its jump drive, which is helpful. Shield outage redux, which is really helpful. It just basically immediately recharges its shields. It's got about 10,000 shields with a shield enhancement as well. Just some extra power, that's a really useful one, and a better turn rate. So yeah, this thing should do pretty well against the AI ships, especially if we get a few of them. Then I'll probably leave a big ship around to help defend the planet. But yeah, that's my my little fighter, and it's pretty cool. I used it actually against an AI to just to try and see what it's like, and it does pretty well actually. Even just one of these 1v1 against one of the pirate ships, it does alright, so quite happy with that. So yeah, I'm probably gonna build a couple of these, and then I'm actually gonna call this the Terrier, like my old fighter, where this will be the new Terrier. So yeah, I quite like it. We'll add a couple of these to the fleet, and then we'll probably next episode gonna go and take on some pirate stations. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this episode here, and thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the next episode, taking on some stations, but until then, I'll see you in the next one.